Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for Wednesday, the 19th of November. Here we go.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been kneeling with the statues in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who've come and gone. I've been flying with eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear the baby cry. And I have seen the light of a new day dawning. As below, so above. Warrior of love. Take the shackles from my feet, and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete, like this moment out of time. May the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust, like a warrior of love. On a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart, the path is lit from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of love, warrior of love, warrior of love.
There we go. Rock out. Welcome, welcome. Okay, blue sky, sunlight. I'll take it. Thank you, God. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Morning Poems and Prayers for this sacred and holy day of the 19th of November, my friends. Yeah, we've got a new moon tomorrow in Scorpio, I believe, and some rockin' astrology to keep us on our toes up there in the heavens. I hope you're very, very well. You're very welcome. Let us pray in and shine our light and share our love together and do what we came here to do, which is love the world free, is the way Patricia puts it. Yeah, great to be here with you. Close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. And let go. 2 more nice deep breaths, holding. Hold. Let go with the sigh. Last breath. Holding. Letting go. Wonderful. I am my I am presence. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth. The entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Word, I am word. I know who I am in truth, what I am in truth, how I serve in truth. I am here, I am here, I am here. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are forgiven. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me beside green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my foes. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over. He leadeth me upon the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being, and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. And then let me share the violet flame as we close out our prayers for this morning. I've got some great posts to share here today. I am the open door for the violet flame. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity. As one voice, one breath, one heartbeat, and one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love, we invoke the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline solar violet flame of God's infinite perfection that cosmic law will allow. Beloved Saint Germain and your legions of fifth dimensional violet flame archangels, we ask that you blaze, blaze, blaze this violet flame with the power and might of 1,000 suns in, through, and around every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, and belief that humanity has ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, both known and unknown, that is reflecting anything less than heaven on earth. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory back into its original perfection, and seal it in an invincible force field of God's comprehensive divine love. We accept that this activity of light is being God victoriously accomplished, even as we call. We also accept and know that this violet flame is increasing daily and hourly, moment by moment, with every single breath we take, until this sweet earth and all her life have ascended into the fifth dimensional crystalline solar realms of light on the new earth. And so it is. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Take a deep breath. Well, again, you're very welcome, and thank you for being here today. Let's keep it going, shall we? Absolutely. Okay, we're good. Teresa Ludnager. Let's have Teresa. Wonderful. November chill and rains have descended into the foothills of the Sierras. But goodness, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. A couple nights ago, just as I was falling asleep, I heard my soul speak, words spilling forth through my heart, swelling in magnitude from a depth of being that my mind could not fully comprehend. I am in the exact right place at the exact right time. It was not that there was any particularly notable event happening in correlation, no inner revelatory unveiling, nor tangible peak moment in my external experience. Instead, I felt quietly and contentedly whole and unified, as though a dial had just slightly turned and clicked into place. The feeling has been marked by a sense of relaxed belonging I'm not sure I've ever felt before, uncontrived, causeless. This feeling has remained with me since and has brought me to gentle tears, as though I had never really opened to love before now. I keep hearing several short lines from a song I love, and I wanted to share them with you. Maybe you'll feel it too. It's all yours now. It's all for you. Right now. Right now. Love is everywhere. From Jeff Tweedy and Wilco. Beautiful. Little little Northwest magic for us. Thank you, thank you. And the Sierras, spectacular part of the world. Beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. Bless you. All right. And on we go. Let's throw that on the page, please. Yes. Boom. So, lovely things to share. I really enjoyed sharing Drunvalo and Viola Rose yesterday. Very powerful messages. The 40 days, my friends, from 11/11 to 12/21 is well underway. I think we're the 19th. Yeah, we're just finishing up the first of, what is it, 5 weeks, 7, yeah, 6 weeks, something like this, yeah, 40 days, 6 weeks, yeah, 6 weeks and 2 days. So the universe is rushing to our support. Take note, more about that in a moment. Daily quote, Esther and Abraham. Those that we see who are living long lives don't do so without powerful intent that keeps drawing. I did read this. In other words, what continues the motion forward itself is the continuing setting forth of the new intent that draws life through. In fact, intending for long life ensures that you must be leading the parade. People don't start diminishing their life until they stop leading and start falling back into the ranks of the parade, trying to do what others are leading them to do. Well, I like the sound of that. I do my human best to lead my own parade, and it's working pretty good most days. Yeah, thank you, God. Here's Eileen Caddy for today. You know, learning Irish. I'm in my Irish group this morning at the library. Looking forward to that. We're going to celebrate the late, great Manchán Magan, which was my suggestion, and I'm looking forward to hearing what I can understand of it. And just a great privilege to be in that group and to be learning. When I'm learning music, which I'm going to get back to here, please God, very soon. And as I'm learning about sharing the LifeWave patch and network marketing and those good things that I'm still loving. Had a fantastic day with all of that yesterday. Thank you, God. Yeah, things that, I want all my parts in harmony with each other. That's the musician in me, and my metaphor for my life, and it continues to improve. I did 3 powerful meditations this morning. Thank you, God. All of that helps. Okay, Eileen Caddy. Guidance for 19th of November. It is not necessary for you to try and work things out in life yourself or try to pull strings. All you have to do is very quietly and confidently, to follow my instructions, which you will receive in the stillness. Some souls will hear my voice distinctly. Others will act intuitively. Some souls will be guided in action. I work in many ways, but all will know when I am in command. For the hallmarks of love and truth will be running through everything. As my instructions are obeyed, you will behold wonder upon wonder take place and see my hand in everything. You will realize that of yourself you could not bring these wonders about. It's almost like there's a higher power at work, yes? And that is indeed I working in you, and you will give me the honor and glory and eternal thanks. Acknowledge at all times where your wisdom, love, and understanding come from, where the life itself comes from. I am the allness of all, and your life is hid in me. We are one. Take a deep breath. Eileen Caddy, my friends, one of the great mystics of all time. The beautiful and mystical Sarah West, shining her light. She says, last night I went to the edge of this vast expanse to dance with the wind. The whole day it felt strange and dreamlike. as if time no longer existed. We had just had rain, and these water-carved stone bowls were filled with rainwater. The air smelled like new life emerging. As I began dancing with the wind, the clouds began murmuring things to me, words my body knew, but my mind could not comprehend. I began to feel as if I had become the sky herself. When we dance, the earth trembles. When our steps fall on the earth, we feel the shudder of life beneath us, and the earth feels the beating of our hearts, and we become one with the earth. We shall not sever ourselves from the earth. We must chant our being. We must dance in time with the rhythms of the earth. We must keep the earth. And Scott Momaday. Beautiful. Magical transmission. Beautiful lady, beautiful photograph, incredible message. The beauty and wonder of life on earth. Now, take a deep breath into that. Oh, this is a nice surprise this morning. Here's George Harrison's amazing son, Danny Harrison. And he says, I grew up listening to the now world-famous album Le Mystère des Voix Bulgares. My father, The Mystery of the Bulgarian Voices. My father, who was perhaps the greatest fan of the music of the Bulgarian ladies choir, I also love this music. Incredible harmonies. Even invited the trio Bulgarka to Friar Park Studios to perform live. I was 12 years old when I first was in the room with these frequencies and harmonies that I had never before experienced in the flesh, and it changed the way I heard music forever. Now, some 35 years later, I have had the privilege to work and collaborate with the current generation of Bulgarian ladies, known as the New Bulgarian Voices, who have rekindled this feeling in music for me. To all involved in this project, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Once again, to all music lovers out there looking for something they may have not discovered yet, I hope you dig it. Yeah, looking forward to hearing that. Donnie, what a guy. If you haven't seen the concert for George, that is one of my favorite live shows of all time. And Donnie was right in the middle of all that. Here's a new one from Ali Ray for us. Ready? Beautiful picture. Be brave, precious hearts. Your tenderness, I don't know what that is. Your tenderness is your superpower. Your willingness to soften against all that is hard. Your willingness to lay down the armor and stand naked in your truth, trusting faithfully in God's perfect and eternal care for you. As you allow your mind to quiet down and your emotions to flow into equilibrium, you will arrive in a state of peace. As you allow that peace to expand, you will be greeted by the presence of God's love, because you have made a quiet space within you for it to be experienced. It is time to surrender the battle of the mind and emotions, not to give up in failure, but to surrender in the remembrance that all that was ever needed was to remember that everything is within us, and all we ever need is provided by the only true provider of all, God, love. You are known, you are seen, you are so very loved. You are known, you are seen, you are so very, very loved. Allow yourself to open fully and remembrance. Allow yourself to open fully and welcome the experience of true remembrance. And in your perfectly designed moment, you will feel your heart take flight in love. I so love you, Ali Ray. Let me try that again. Take two. Be brave, precious hearts. Your tenderness is your superpower. Your willingness to soften against all that is hard. Your willingness to lay down the armor and stand naked in your truth, trusting faithfully in God's perfect and eternal care for you. As you allow your mind to quiet down and your emotions to flow into equilibrium. You will arrive in a state of peace. As you allow that peace to expand, you will be greeted by the presence of God's love, because you have made a quiet space within you for it to be experienced. It is time to surrender the battle of mind and emotions, not to give up in failure, but to surrender in the remembrance that all that was ever needed was to remember that everything is within us, and all we ever need is provided by the only true provider of all, God, love. You are known, you are seen, you are so very, very loved. Allow yourself to open fully and welcome the experience of true remembrance. And in your perfectly designed moment, you will feel your heart take flight in love. I so love you, Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Take a deep breath. That's more like it. Thank you very much. Well, this was a nice surprise. This is the late, great Eldridge Cleaver, who was one of the heroes of my early years. A guy in a little group called the Black Panthers, I believe, and he wrote a book called Soul on Ice. And this brother was hanging out with John Lennon and Timothy Leary and Angela Davis and Leonard Bernstein and Ken Kesey and Tom Wolfe and all sorts of Joyce Carol Oates, all sorts of amazing people. He was really on the very leading edge, and he went to the Agape Church for a while. That's what he was looking like at that point. And Brother Carl Studna took a spectacular photograph in full regalia. He says, "Here's an image of Eldridge Cleaver that I've never shared and just recently scanned. Shot at my Beverly Glen Canyon cabin in Los Angeles in the early 90s. I love his stoic and powerful presence." Yeah, this brother was on fire. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Carl and Eldridge. I'm pretty sure he's passed on now. But that's a look of peace in a face that's seen a lot of the opposite. Deep, deep journey. Bless you. Here's this has come up again. Hira Hosen. Let's do this little number here. I've told the story before that my introduction to Mount Shasta was an invitation from the author of this book, Joshua David Stone, who invited me to his Wesak festival. And nobody had ever done anything like that up until that point in my spiritual journey. And I'd been doing channeling groups for years. And so this is a great sense of feeling seen and supported by the wider universe and spirit in general. And it was life-changing for me. And so, bless you, Joshua David Stone. It turned out he was the son of Hal Stone and Sidra Winkleman, his parents, who I'd met before I'd met him. And Jeff, my buddy Jeff, invited me to a workshop with his parents. Anyway, here is one of Joshua's 40 titles. This one is called Beyond Ascension, How to Complete the 7 Levels of Initiation. His stuff was way above my head at the time. It's great to get drawn back into it. And this is by my dear colleague, Hira Hosen, who's done amazing work in this lifetime. She was there at the Glastonbury conference with Enrita Melchizedek that I attended in 2019. I was too shy to say hello at the time, but I do follow her. And so this is what she says. Dr. Joshua David Stone is the first spiritual teacher I've worked with in this lifetime. He's had a profound impact on my life, and even the name of my 17-year-old daughter, Mahatma, comes from his book, Beyond Ascension, How to Complete the 7 Levels of Initiation. For over 2 decades, these are the disidentification affirmations I practice very often. They're some of my favorite affirmations from his book, Soul Psychology, with the following instruction. Every morning and every night for 21 days, repeat these affirmations out loud 3 times until they fully sink into your conscious and subconscious mind. Well, I'm going to set the intention to start that here today in our 40 days and to print this out and to keep it handy. So I will invite you to do the same. So if you're ready, let's go. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath, or read along with me. I have a body, but I am not my body. My body may find itself in different conditions of health or sickness. This has nothing to do with my real self or the real I. I have behavior, but I am not my behavior. All my behavior comes from my thoughts. If I have not developed self-mastery and I am operating on automatic pilot, I sometimes behave inappropriately. Even though I behave well or poorly, I am not my behavior. This has nothing to do with my real self, my real I. I have feelings and emotions, but I am not my feelings and emotions. If I have not yet developed self-mastery, my feelings and emotions are sometimes negative and sometimes positive. As I become more of a cause creator, chooser, and master of my life, this will change. Though a wave of feelings and emotions may overtake me, I know I am not my feelings and emotions. My true nature will not change. I remain the same. And finally, I have a mind, but I am not my mind. My mind is my tool for creating my feelings, emotions, and behavior, as well as what I attract into my life. If I have not developed my self-mastery, my mind sometimes runs me instead of me running my mind. My mind is my most valuable tool, but it is not who I am. Okay, it says to read it 3 times. I'll just leave it there for the moment, but invite you to do the work on your own as well. And we'll see how we go. Yeah, thank you for that, David Stone. Sophie Strand. A lot to share here today. It's a joy. Sophie Strand, always so honored when one of my all-time favorite artists, Autumn Skye Morrison, pairs my writing with her work. Her images of Yeshua and Miriam guided and inspired my own characters in The Madonna Secret. Here's the quote from Sophie's book. Every time our bare feet sank into the soil, we were connecting with the layered, well, the earth is really speaking to us today. We were connected with the layered mixed remains of all the trees, flowers, brothers, mothers, and lovers that had once worked this land from above, planted their hands in the dirt and said, all go to the same place, all come from dust, and to dust all return. The Madonna Secret, Sophie Strand, The Way of the Rose. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful picture. Beautiful picture, amazing. Woman with tears in her eyes. Rose. Incredible, incredible look. Thank you for that. Sophie. Yeah, she's out there on the East Coast working the magic. Here's one from Standing Bear. Just let this light you up. I am the light of the divine. Let's save that, put that on the wall. Thank you, thank you. The world is spinning fast, my friends. Things are picking up pace. Well, here, Annie and I both commented on this. She's listened to it, I've not. So this is Ann Tucker, who is a bright light and an angel channel, and God bless her. Anne is committed to doing a 30-minute live for the next 40 days, and so yesterday was day 1, and off we go. We're actually a week into the 40 days, but I won't hold that against her. Glad for the guidance. She's got a lot of love and light and a lot of wisdom. So check out Ann Tucker. She's one who's been sharing the angel's message about the great solar flash and also reminded that I was on last night with Lorna Byrne for about a half an hour from her kitchen table with her daughter whispering in her ear. And she answered a few questions and talked about their sanctuary here in Ireland, and invited people to come for a visit and for a workshop and to support the space, which God has told her will be there more than 300 years in the future. So put that in your pocket. Here is the amazing artist known as Patricia Fitzgerald and her latest masterpiece. She says a progress shot of a mandala I'm currently working on. I'm loving the warmth of the colors and the organic nature of it. Lots of gold too, which is so beautiful when it catches the light. What a bright light this lady is. Thank you, Patricia. I just love everything I've ever seen from her. She is on a whole higher level. Bless you. Here's one from Emily Snow. The ego is not the voice in your head, but the belief that the voice is you. Kaboom, my friends. Yeah. It's not the idea, it's the identification with the idea where we lose who we are and we have to start again. Zachary Fisher, history will remember us as the ones who remembered who we really are. Kaboom again. Thank you, Zachary. I've got a few more I want to get to here today. Oh, this is stunning. Aisha Mason. Soul Song, Agape Intervisions. Aisha Mason. Simeglyph by Cadboy. Okay, here we go. All creation is a manifestation of frequency and vibration. Different frequencies between solid and gaseous matter. Sound and light. Feelings and emotions. Hello. Dimensions of time and space. all these frequencies combine in the universe's most exquisite harmony. One great symphony of celestial music, the vibration of creation. Each and every person is a unique frequency of sound and vibration. There is not one duplicate throughout all humanity, throughout all time. Each one of us has a unique signature in this tapestry of sound. Each of us is contributing to the eternally evolving whole, forever unfolding into new form, new music of the spheres. It is said that in some African traditions, parents listen for the song uniquely belonging to their unborn child. The story goes that should a person forget themselves, forget their divine nature, their song is sung to them by members of the community. The story feels true in my heart. My soul says, yes, this is a way that healing takes place. How different would our lives be if we sang our original song, the song that came from spirit, as our consciousness emerged as individuality? What would happen inside of us if we sang the notes our angels and ancestors sang as we made the journey from heaven to earth, formlessness to form? When I seek my song, I know it is waiting for me, for it is closer than my neck vein. A few notes of my song and I rise from uncertainty and confusion into clarity. I am infused with the divine power and love. When I sing it, hum it, resonate with my original frequency, I access the innate wisdom, guidance, creativity, resilience, and joy that has always been mine. When singing my song, I am attuned to my link with the eternal love that birthed me. Affirmation: I attune to the highest vibration of my divine nature. I give voice to my soul song, the mystical sound of my true name. I am alive. Take a deep breath. And Ken Carey finishes us off here. She quotes him, great channel, quote, "Can you discern among them the musical sound of creation that called you into being. Drink deeply of the love that comes to you on the currents of this, your definition song. Take a deep breath. I had a chance to meet Ken Carey, and I chose to watch the Academy Awards that night instead. Go figure. What was his book? The Third Millennium. Yeah, Marianne Williamson dug that one as well. Thank you, Aisha. Beautiful. Well, here's a little something for us. Just let this lift you up. One last time. Beautiful. That's from Aryan Nira, who's another name to follow here on Facebook. Beautiful energy, beautiful message. Thank you. Have you ever had dreams that you're flying? I have. They're a lot of fun. I wish you all a magical day. Aryan Nira. Thank you, sister. Bless you. Biotech, LifeWave. We're on tonight, 7:30 with the LifeWave thing, my friends. I'll tell you more about it in a moment here, but let's have Laura Aversano. Ready? Sister Laura. She says, God met me. If you haven't seen my interview with her, it's on Awakened Spirits Network. I'll repost it with this. She's a bright light. We chatted for about a half an hour. It was a treat. God met me in the wild of the spirit world where I was born. I remember being so free. She tamed me in the womb of my mother, a soft hand and gentle heart. She then birthed me into a world where my spirit craved silence, but chaos abound within every realm imaginable. If only I knew then what I know now. Back to the silent wilderness one day I will go, where spirits are tamed by a love so magnificent, they spend their entire earthly existence searching for it. Back to the sacred silence, where all things are indeed wild and free. I see a lot of themes here this morning. I hope you do as well. Right? Yogananda, your whole body changes when you practice meditation frequently. Because when you really contact God, all things become harmonious. All things melt into an ocean of peace. But you have to practice the meditation techniques honestly, earnestly, consistently, and continually in order to have the full consciousness of that supreme force. The man himself, Paramahansa Yogananda. Thank you, thank you. So today is a little 3-eye atlas for you here from Stefan Burns. Today, our space weatherman, our spiritual space weatherman, t-shirts available. God love him. And today is NASA's press conference about 3-eye atlas, which we've only been talking about every day for the last 3 months or something like this. Now we'll get the official version. We can't wait. We'll find out what they have to say about it. This is worth thinking about, my friends. Megan Devi. The was not mandatory, but they coerced businesses and yourself with threats of losing your job, banning your travel, and making your life hard without it. The is not mandatory, but they are trying to coerce businesses and yourself with threats of losing your job, banning your travel, and making your life hard without it. If you have to be coerced or forced into something, there is a reason for it which does not benefit you. Otherwise, why the need for coercion? Worth thinking about. Absolutely, positively. Thank you, Megan Devi. All right, where are we? We're right here. Okay, bibbidi bobbidi boop. Well, let me talk about LifeWave for a minute with your indulgence. So LifeWave is the X39 stem cell patch. I'm still out of mine, but we'll get them eventually. I was on them for 12 straight months. I've been off them for a few months. Um, and I'm still feeling the benefits of this amazing thing. I'm not kidding. I'm completely serious. It has definitely boosted my health and my energy after recovering from surgery 2 years ago. And I look better and feel better than I have in a long time. And I now have about 9 people subscribing along with me. And I now have a team for the first time, really, of three or more people that are excited to share this with the world. So all of that is by way of saying that tonight at 7:30 Ireland time, the link is here, LifeWave Team Ireland weekly Zoom 11/19/25, 7:30. Click on that and you'll have the Zoom link to join us, and we'll do a 30-minute presentation. There are slides and all the rest of it about the patch and people's experience with it, how it was discovered, David Schmidt, the inventor and CEO of LifeWave, etc. And then we'll talk about the business opportunity, that the network marketing program that they do everything with LifeWave is structured upon. It is the biggest in the world for the last 3 years, and the team that I'm on is the biggest in LifeWave and the fastest growing. And all the improvements that they've made over the last several months that are still coming online. And we could even talk about the film and the light water machine. And then the second half of the hour is going to be more of a meeting for people that are really interested in working together to help each other share this information with the world. So that's it. Quick and easy, painless, fun, fun, fun. If you're looking for help with your health, if you're looking for help with your wealth, we have a few suggestions, and it's worth knowing about. So thank you for being here. Let me throw a little channeling into the mix here today. Why not? We've got the time. Let's do it. Okay, so we'll stop this. No. Boom. La 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 la. Still finding my way around all this. I don't know. I don't know, darling. Where is the deal? All right, let's try this. Yeah, we'll go with that. Thank you. I have a minute here, yeah? So I'll just talk about this for a moment, and then I'll channel for you, yeah? All of our teachers have said that the next 5 weeks now are going to be very intense for the world, for the collective, for humanity, for the awakening of the world and the collective. And you can see by what's happening in America and other places that there is a great passion play working itself out between men and women around exploitation versus safety and protection and dignity and support for each other versus the mistreatment, especially of women by men. There's no other way to say it. And it is fully coming into people's consciousness. And it's a much darker story than most people dare to even imagine. And as the lid gets pulled back on this story, people are going to be hugely shocked and upset. And just know that everything that we do here and everything that you do in your life to make the world a better place has a huge impact on how people navigate these stormy seas of emotion and of truth and deception and of integrity and corruption and of dignity and slavery, dignity and exploitation, better said. These are really heavy times for people, and that's before all of this comes rolling out of the closet. So I just want to say again, I'm so grateful to my teachers and my guides and my colleagues on this path for the last 40 years of my little journey here on planet Earth. And there's just, again, no doubt in my mind, we're heading into a huge shift in consciousness. And what's my joke? The truth will set you free, but it will piss you off first. And, denial's not just a river in Egypt, it's the other one. There's a lot that we've been programmed to ignore and to deny and to rationalize and justify and idealize and things like this. And there's a lot in this world that needs confronting and releasing. And that's what's on the agenda for the next chapter of this story, called Life on Planet Earth in the 21st Century. And as I was saying, the new moon tomorrow in Scorpio, and I think there are 6 planets retrograde at the moment, and several of the planets are in a similar degree, 28 degrees Scorpio, and there's a big influence of Uranus as well. So sudden and dramatic change relative to truth. So where we surrender to the truth, like that beautiful process with Joshua Stone that Hira Hosen was sharing with us, and the prayers that I say here every day that I'm on, and I say them sometimes when I'm not on too. If you have things, affirmations and prayers, if you have things that you repeat, or chanting, or toning, or relaxing music, you get in the picture, then when you feel like the rug gets pulled out from underneath you, you have somewhere to retreat to. You have some way to work with the energies. The nervous system of our bodies has been getting massive amounts of plasma and electromagnetic energy and all the rest of it in the last few days. 3 X-class solar flares, or 4, something like this. It's been a lot. And 3I Atlas, whatever it is, it's not nothing. It's a thing. And we're all deciding what it could be and what we would like it to be. I think that's part of the deal here, and so anyway, those thoughts are all on my mind as I'm seeing everything, the spaghetti hit the fan is the best way to put it, in America and by echo around the world. It will take great courage to navigate some deep, dark, and unpredictable moments in our world. That's where you and I come in. We are the difference that the world knows not of. Patricia calls us awakening humanity. And that is exactly what we're doing here. And that's what I strive to share here with you every day, with all these wonderful teachers and way showers and inspirations and poets and prophets and channels and messengers and artists, photographers, musicians, singers, etc. there's just a flood of creative energy that's pouring onto the planet to help us make this shift, lift, and gift. Attain, maintain, and sustain. Desire, imagine, expect. These things tend to work in three stages, 3 steps, and then the 4th step is the realization of that. So I hope you're hearing what I'm saying loud and clear, because I think it's all just about to kick off with this new moon tomorrow. Yeah, and David Icke is a very good guide about understanding all of this stuff. There are many others. Mark Atwood has talked about these things. Barbara Hanclau, etc. All these wonderful teachers. So listen to, please, your heart, your wisdom, your inner self. Go within or go without, as Neil Walsh quotes God. It's that time. It's that time when those people on this planet who have been seated with the love and light of all that is are being lit up so that humanity can find its way in the darkness. And believe me, my friends, there is some darkness out there that we have to find our way through. We haven't even begun to really understand how complicated and how far-reaching our story goes. And that is, I believe, the good news about Three Eye Atlas, that this is, for any thinking person, an undeniable representation that there are other consciousness in the universe that are available to interact with us. Bashar talks about open contact with ETs over the next year or two. And there's a lot of energetic shifts. Richard Rudd talked about 2027 recently. I mentioned Paul Farini and 2028. So we're in the last few months of this 9-year. Next year is a 10 or a 1. It begins in January. And really, we're all working up towards the solstice, the 40 days of purging. And he's been listening to Edgar Casey talk about this with some very deep suggestions. And yeah, on the other side of and Three Eye Atlas, of course, comes closest to the Earth on the 19th, right? A couple days before the solstice. So as I like to say, you can't make this stuff up. There's a huge story unfolding here that we're all a part of. And stay with gratitude, stay with humility and integrity and courage and good humor, and listen to, trust, and follow your loving inner guidance. Yeah. I think I'll leave it there for this morning. I think that's everything I was going to be guided to channel. Let's give you a little blessing as we close out here today. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. Right, God bless you, dear friends. Powerful time. Beautiful message, dear friends, absolutely. The heart knows what the mind struggles to believe is the quote we like to share. Dear friends, it is the season and the time of the heart, dear friends. You see, and so that is your saving grace. This is part 2 of the message here today, absolutely. That love and light are Lord of us all. And it has been your free will journey through the illusions of separation and of darkness, of lack and limitation, of sickness and death, dear friends, all those very dramatic, contrasting experiences that are now coming to the turning point in your awakening, healing, and growth of this lifetime of lifetimes, dear ones. It's not too good to be true. It's good enough to be true, dear friends. Let your hearts soar like that beautiful video of the woman sailing above the oceans. Let your spirit soar, dear friends. Let your imagination soar. And imagine this day, a beautiful day, a powerful day, a meaningful day, dear friends. A day of kindness and love, of generosity and giving, of understanding and caring, of reaching out beyond the old illusions of separation once again, dear friends, and honoring and celebrating the oneness that is the truth of your higher self, soul, and spirit. Call upon your guides, guardians, teachers, and friends. Sit in the stillness and the silence of your soul and spirit. Allow and invite rebirth, renewal, and remembrance, dear friends. You've been living one dream for a long time, dear friends. And now you are bold enough, brave enough, and prepared enough to believe, to understand, and to know that it is yours to create a new dream. And we are dreaming with you, dear friends. You are never alone. You are never without love, healing, guidance, and support. But it is yours to believe that, to understand, and to know that, which brings you back to peace, dear friends. When you bless the world, when you pray for your enemies, when you bless each other, when you ask for healing, understanding, wisdom, opportunity, dear friends, to be the light, to share your light, to shine your light, to reveal your light, dear friends, to sing your songs of love and freedom, to share your words of wisdom and understanding, to share your pictures and drawings and paintings that illuminate the vision of the world becoming new. We are there with you each and every step of the way. You're more than you know, dear friends. You are much more than enough. Let your hearts soar. Let your song be sung. Let your spirit rise. And let us, as one, be a blessing and an inspiration and answer prayer to a world becoming new. It's here now. It's yours. Take the next step. We love you so. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Oakley dokley. Huh, is that what it looks like? Thank you. My screen is huge. On my monitor, it's tiny. Let's go here. There we go. Thank you, my friends. God bless you indeed. Have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. All my love. If you have any interest about the Zoom tonight at 7:30, let me know. Otherwise, you can look at lifewave.com/Lou Martin, or this is it info, or go to the LifeWave Team Ireland Facebook group, which has 140 members. All my love. Peace and blessings. Thank you for being here. If you can support what I do with a donation to the PayPal, I am ever so grateful. I'm also on Substack, which has much fewer restrictions of freedom of speech than the current platform. So have a think about that. Okay, thank you very much. Peace and blessings. All my love.